What's going on, everybody? My name is LeakyTapsMan, and this is another This Week in Gaming, where I bring you up to date with news, rumours, speculation, all in the world of video games. And this week, there have been some pretty big rumours, and I'll start with what I feel to be the biggest, and this is regarding Half-Life 3. Now keep in mind this is a rumour, and it's from a source close to Valve, so take this with a very large pinch of salt. But onto the rumour itself regarding Half-Life 3, he had the following to say: it's going to be an open world game with RPG elements, which is quite a stark contrast from the first two, but I'll delve onwards. Supposedly it's going to release after 2013, which would suggest it's a next-gen title, assuming it does come to consoles. It features quests and NPCs, non-player characters, again akin to an RPG. And apparently the game wasn't always intended to be like this. It went through a number of revisions and they finally settled on this kind of gameplay. And it is also meant to be using the new Source engine, which is in development, or rumoured to be in development. Again, I'll reiterate, this is a rumour, and I wouldn't say an unbelievable one, but it would be a very surprising one if it's true. But either way, I thought I'd throw it in there because Half-Life 3 is big business, and regardless of its authenticity, I'm sure you'd want to hear about it. Alright, quite another big sequel is in the mix this week, and it is regarding another Mass Effect game, quite possibly Mass Effect 4. Now this was on Bioware's blog, so it's straight from the horse's mouth. When talking about Mass Effect in general, they said the universe is vast, and that they do have plans for another full Mass Effect game, so whether it's a prequel or a sequel, or just a total spin-off remains to be seen. But they also said they would love to hear your ideas, you being the customers. Here's an idea, make an ending that doesn't completely suck. Is that so hard? But either way, for all the shortcomings of the third game in particular, Mass Effect is still a really good series in my opinion, so I'm happy to see it not ending at this point. Although I would prefer it go back more to its RPG roots instead of the third-person shooter style that it seems to have gone down in the latter two games. Okay, also this week, Microsoft have been busy trademarking yet again, and they've renewed their trademark of the rare title Killer Instinct. Now this was a fighting game on the N64. Now whilst renewing trademarks is common practice, what isn't common is the fact that Microsoft themselves made a point to announce it. So the fact that they've actually brought this to light would suggest that Killer Instinct is coming back in some form. Whether this is a remake of the N64 title or a completely new game, hopefully for next gen, remains to be seen. And although I myself have not played this game, I hear very, very good things about it from its fanbase, and I know a lot of people have been clamouring for this, so hopefully there is light at the end of the tunnel for you. Another thing to happen this week, which is on the cusp of being fantastic news, and then they yank it away at the last second, and you'll know why when I tell you. Okay, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix has been announced. Fantastic name, by the way, Square. I don't know how you come up with these. This is a HD collection, but it contains the original Kingdom Hearts and the Game Boy Advance game Chain of Memories, both in HD with trophy support. It also contains HD cutscenes of the DS game, which was 358.5 days. Once again, a fantastic name. Doesn't actually include the DS game, just the cutscenes. Kinda lazy in my opinion, but here's the stickler: no Kingdom Hearts 2, no Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, no Kingdom Hearts Recoded, even though that one wasn't particularly great. So there you have it. Good news, we've got a Kingdom Hearts HD collection. Bad news, it doesn't include half the games. That said, I'm sure that you can bet that there will be a Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix announced, and Square Enix can bleed us even drier. So yeah, I'm kind of miffed that they've done that, and the worst part is that I will buy both of the collections. Okay, finally this week, an expansion for Dragon's Dogma has been announced. Apparently this is a major expansion, more akin to the likes of Shivering Isles and Undead Nightmare, where it's a substantial addition to the game rather than just a few missions of DLC. It's called Dark Arisen, or Horizon. It's coming in 2013, and supposedly will contain more dragons and will be really dark, if you couldn't decipher that from the title of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So no real word on details, but it's nice to see the game getting some substantial support post-release. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that has gone on this week in the world of video games. What to expect from my channel this week? I know I said this last week, but you can expect the Left 4 Dead 3 wishlist. Why didn't I do it last week? Basically, the time that I'd allocated to do the video, I was asked to go out to a restaurant owned by Jamie Oliver. He's a UK chef, so if you're quite angry that I didn't do the video this week, you can blame Jamie Oliver. Feel free to write hateful messages to him, tell him I sent you, because he fully deserves it. And a bit further beyond that, quite probably next week I will be doing my Games That Deserve Sequels, the first part of that. I've got a few different categories for it. I've got first-person shooters, arcade games, platformers, RPGs, so I'll try and split them up by genre like that. Those aren't all of the categories, but just some examples. And one thing I am considering doing is not necessarily reviews, but videos of indie games where I kind of review them and also just basically make you aware of them. These are games that maybe have gone under the radar, even arcade and PSN titles, but that's in very preliminary stages at the moment. So give me your opinions on that. So again, games that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily be aware of, just to kind of mix up the videos that I do, seeing as they are very linear at the moment, and I like to be open world. Stupid geek reference. Okay, a huge thank you for watching. If you could like my video, that would be fantastic. If you could follow me on Twitter, I would cry tears of joy. Thanks again, goodbye.
Mission accomplished. Très bien.